Big news from Business Insider regarding Apple. Just as many of us had feared in the past, it looks like Apple is losing focus. Now that Steve Jobs is gone, everything is changing. We don't have the ideas we used to have. We don't have the awesome differences with implementation of existing software that the users really want and don't technically know they want. Let's face it, that's exactly what Steve Jobs was awesome for. Steve Jobs was great at finding stuff that already existed and putting it in tools where it could be supremely used. And when these things were used, everyone thought that Steve Jobs was the one that created them. I'm not giving the guy a hard time for implementing things that already existed. I'm applauding him for taking these things that nobody appreciated and making it a huge deal. Anyways, things have changed since he's been gone, of course, and Apple's not like it used to be. I find it to be a bit of a curse. I mean, with all this new silly stuff, for example, the latest iPhone not having a jack. Yes, you can get this cable, but this is another cable that can be broken. If you don't break your headset cable once every 2 or 3 months, and you must be so rich that you don't have to get these kinds of cables that just break so regularly. This here, this cable, this adapter, this is going to break. This is going to break all the time. Unless you're some totally white collar person that never has to get on a public transit of any kind. Yeah, you wear that stuff out, it bends, it breaks all the time. All the freaking time. Tim Cook is a madman. Why would he get rid of all the ports? Why would he get rid of all the ports on a MacBook? Why would he put that silly bar in here, making the millennial children very happy? But come on, we need an HDMI hookup. We need something. Not everything's wireless yet. You're not implementing new stuff. You're taking away old stuff. How come the Apple Watch doesn't have a camera on it? There's a group going out putting cameras on Apple Watches right now, being very successful, and everyone's wondering what the heck is happening there. Steve, where are you, man? We need you. We need you, Steve. Things are going downhill quick. Anyways, we can pray. Everyone get together and pray that this Cook idiot will get the idea, that he'll get some of this implementation going. We need to help people. As many of you remember, Apple Computers didn't do very good after they kicked Steve Jobs out. Steve Jobs left. Apple was horrible. Steve Jobs came back, and Apple got good. This has happened with Microsoft too. Bill Gates left, and Steve Ballmer took over, and Steve Ballmer was an idiot. He released Windows 8. We gotta keep these flagship people on top of this stuff, people. We can't be changing the market because we want it to change. We can't be changing the market because we think it's time to change, and so we start doing stupid stuff. We gotta have good ideas before we change this, because the world's not going to change just because we think it should. The people within leadership need to look at the people who are actually using these products and figure out what they want, figure out what they can use. Anyways, that's it for me. Have a good one, guys.